Since 2007, when we built the 100-way world record, the record has stood. And now it's time to break that record. What do we need to break the 100-way record? So we're making this guide for what the organizers are looking for. So let's take a look at the 100-way we built. A 100-way only has one pilot. A 100-way has 18 wing flyers. So what do we need the most of? On the 100-way, we had 81 lockups. So we need 81 plus lockups in order to complete a formation larger than a 100-way. Our goal is to either do 106 or 121, somewhere over 100, but we need at least 81 plus lockups. What do we need to break that 100-way? Many of you ask, okay, so what is a good lockup? A good wing or lockup can lock up within 6 seconds. They would dock smooth with no energy into the formation. They dock on the shoulder or slider height so the catcher can grab the A-line. Remember, the goal is to never touch fabric in crew. They fly a nice, smooth, flat approach that others can follow. They must demonstrate good catching skills as well, and have that stamina to make 5 jumps per day for the entire record camp. So to help us evaluate, and for everyone to know what we're looking for while we're evaluating, we're going to be assessing grades to each dock, just like we're in school, A, B, C, D, or F. So people with the highest grade averages will be on that A list. And then people selected with lower grade averages will be on the B bench. For example, in 2007, we had 120 people on the A list. We also invited over 25 people on the B bench. Now, incidentally, 5 of those B jumpers made it on to the 100-way record. How do I get onto that A list? So here's our grading criteria. In order to make a grade A dock, the dock and lockup has to be between 3 and 6.4 seconds. We have to dock smooth with the bottom skin at the shoulder to slider height. Remember, we'd like you to stop 6 to 12 inches and make them reach, but the big goal here is just to put 0 energy into it. Fly a smooth, flat approach that others can follow. Dock on the inside person first, and then keep your canopy level and or fly to the outside grip so we can get locked up. Now you may notice that we said lock up between 3 and 6.4 seconds. Well, recently we noticed that with too many people all docking at the same time, we started putting energy into the formation. So we're finding that it's better if we're somewhere between 3 and that 6.4 second time to get everybody locked up. It keeps the formation nice and stable. A grade B dock, a person can lock up within 9 seconds. It's easily catchable with maybe a hand on the top skin. Canopy doesn't fly behind the catcher. Again, we're trying to put it on the shoulder. Fly a smooth, flat approach that others can follow, not dipping more than half a canopy system below. Minor energy into the formation, docking on the inside person before the outside person, and then maybe minor leveling problems. A grade C dock, lock up between 9 and 15 seconds, easily catchable, possibly kiss the inside canopy with yours or maybe behind the back of the catcher. A 45-degree angle or less, so you're flat up to a 45-degree angle, but no more than 2 canopy heights or 2 positions below the slot. Minor energy into the formation, dock on that inside person first, and minor problems while awaiting that outside grip. A grade D dock is lock up between 15 and 20 seconds or 2 approaches. Catchable but washing around in the slot, possibly behind the back. Greater than a 45-degree angle. So maybe from the basement, maybe you're coming straight up. Again, maybe up to 2 canopy heights below the slot, but we're not coming in flat like we're preaching. Maybe you transfer energy into the formation, excessive speed, difficult to follow, or you dock on the outside person instead of the inside person first. Or you wash around, you can't maintain your canopy level while you're waiting to get that outside grip, or you just don't fly to that outside grip. All right, and everybody should know what a grade F dock would be. Greater than 20 seconds, more than 2 approaches, possibly behind the back of the catcher and being too high, greater than a 45-degree angle in the approach, transferring energy into the formation, which is the absolute worst thing we want to do, docking on the outside person first, large problems keeping level while waiting for those outside grip. We're also going to add extra credit, possibly move you up a grade. How are we going to do that? There's only one way, if you fix it. How do we fix it? Well, if the previous jumper goes too low, not on a flat approach, and you still fly that proper flat approach instead of following them low. So you allow them to go into basement, you maintain your level, and then fly that nice flat approach so you fix it for everybody following you. Or possibly you may be plugging a slot. Maybe you're the first lockup and the wing has problems and has to bug out, and you can move up or just move up to the next lockup position. So being able to plug that slot without adding energy into that formation. And the opposite, we've got deductions. If you're not catching correctly, we've got to work as a team here. If you're not catching correctly, we're going to deduct points. For instance, hard pointing a canopy. Placing your foot before the other outside grip is taken. Not placing your foot in the lines after the other grip is taken. We're going to say a maximum of 10 seconds after that second grip. Then we might move you down a grade. So now let's look at an example from a jump that we did in 2024, one of the 81 ways. So in this example, we're going to be watching the left row 7s come in here. We've got the wing about ready to dock. Here comes the wing. Look at that, docking on the shoulder. Catcher was able to grab the line. No energy into the formation. Super job. Next lockup comes. Aiming for that foot. Aiming for the foot. Got to get that canopy up on the shoulder. Next jumper. Went low a little bit. This orange canopy with the black. Look at him washing around in there. But look at the orange and black striped canopy, how he's coming flat across. He's metering across. He's watching the previous lockup there, but he didn't get drug low. Now, didn't quite put it on his shoulder there, but definitely came in nice and flat. Anybody could have followed that afterwards. Super job on that orange and black canopy. So this row 7, left side grades. The first jumper, or the wing jumper, gave him a grade A. Docked within 6 seconds, 0 energy. They were able to grab the lines easily. The second jumper down, grade C. Docked 7 seconds, but it was a poor dock. Approach was low, a full canopy system low. The third jumper, we also gave a grade C. Docked in 2 seconds, but just a poor dock. Also went low. Maybe followed jumper 2, don't know. The fourth jumper there, we gave him a grade B. Docked within 6 seconds, but it's a poor dock. The fifth jumper, gave him a grade D as in Delta. Docked 17 seconds, poor canopy control, and a poor dock. And then the sixth jumper, we gave him a grade B, bravo, but earned extra credit. Why? Because he didn't follow the previous canopies and went low, and he fixed it. So he moved up a grade from a B up to an A. All right, now that you looked at how we graded all these people and why we grade them that, we're going to show you again with the grades off to the left so you can kind of watch as they come in. Watch how a couple of them went low on their slot instead of coming in nice and flat. You can rewind it if you want and watch all these approaches. Here comes that orange and black canopy coming across, waiting for this previous lockup again. How I already mentioned that. But he fixed it. Very easy to follow. Nice, predictable path. All right, then we got another example here. Row 8, right side grades, okay? The first jumper, we gave a grade A. He was a wing, put 0 energy into it. Second jumper, grade B, docked within 6 seconds, but a poor dock, not quite an A. The third jumper, lockup, docked in 5 seconds, putting 0 energy into it. Nice, flat approach. The fourth jumper, we gave a grade C, docked in 9 seconds, but poor dock, came up behind the back, didn't quite put that canopy on that shoulder like we want. The fifth jumper, we gave a grade C, docked 10 seconds with a poor dock behind the back and not flying his canopy to that outside grip. The sixth jumper, we gave a grade B. He docked within 4 seconds with 0 energy. Not quite an A, but a B is very good. All right, now we've got the video of this right row 8. You can see the guy off to the right, the wing jumper. Look at how he's just doing these little sachets. Look at how much room he's taken up. Not taking up hardly any space at all. And then when Chris finally tells him to come in, comes right on over, and look at that. Doesn't put much energy in there. The next lockup is in there at a pretty good time. But look at these first 3 people, all nice flat approaches. And then we've got a couple people coming from behind there, coming in. Yeah, flat. They didn't quite go low, but they did come from behind. Look at this person. Zoom, zoom, zoom from behind in the yellow, and I think it's a purple striped canopy there. Look at how they're coming in there. All right, so you saw how we graded them. Now, let's talk about catching. All right, this is that row 7 left video that we already watched, but we're going to watch for something different. This time, I want you to watch the second canopy coming in, the black, white, and red one. The guy catches the canopy, puts his hand on the top skin, not on the lines of the canopy, and then look at how he's just not kicking in. The canopy below him is already kicked in, still hasn't kicked in. The canopy below him is kicked in and locked, still hasn't locked up. This is why we say we're going to have to deduct off points for catchers. This can get extremely dangerous, and it's not legal. We can't build a 100-way unless everybody has good grips. So in summary, what do we need to break the 100-way? What are we looking for? The reality is we need 100 B average jumpers. We don't all have to be A jumpers, but we do need B average jumpers. So 2025, we're going to have 4 or 5 36-way camps where we're going to focus on 36 ways, and we're really going to focus on the flat approach, docking soft, putting it where we need to, and hopefully we'll end up breaking that forever standing 100-way.